Good morning, first graders. I hope you guys had a great weekend. I hope you guys were able to get outside a little bit because it was nice and get some of that warm weather in and have some fun outside. So today we're going to start our next story. Okay, our next story is called Simple Machines, and we're going to be talking and reading and writing about great ideas that make our lives easier this week. Okay, so what great ideas have been invented that have made our lives easier? Okay, so this week we have a new street rhyme. So our street rhyme says, spin, wheel, spin. Let the wagon ride begin. Twist, screw, twist. Remove a lid with a turn of a wrist. Raise, lever, raise. Machines help in so many ways. Okay, so if I'm thinking about things that might make my life easier, I think about my own classroom, I think about school, and I think about a pencil sharpener. So the electric pencil sharpeners have made my life a lot easier when it comes to getting pencils sharpened for students, as well as some of the technology that we have. So some of our technology has made our lives easier as well. I know that when we're in the classroom, I love teaching off of my iPad, and so I don't have to be up at the document camera, and I can be walking around the room and seeing and helping you guys as I need to, instead of being at the document camera and stuck there where I can't be walking around and kind of seeing what you guys are doing. So there's lots of technology, lots of things that have made it easier. It's not all technology though. There's some things as simple as a vacuum cleaner or scissors or things like that we're going to be talking about. Okay, so what are some great ideas that are just making our life easier as we go through? So that's what we're thinking about this week. All right, so go ahead and read this with me. So it says, spin, wheel, spin. Let the wagon ride begin. Twist, screw, twist. Remove a lid with a turn of a wrist. Raise, lever, raise. Machines help us in so many ways. All right, so we're going to watch our concept video for the week. So it's going to talk about our stuff for this week as far as our concept. Okay, so, I'm sorry, before I start this, I forgot. I want to go over our words. I almost forgot, because you're going to hear some of our amazing words that are going to be in there. So, like I said, our story is called Simple Machines. So this week we're going to be looking with the diphthongs OI and OY. We're going to talk about those today. Okay. Our story words we will talk a little bit more about on Thursday. We have quite a few of them. Okay, we have our high frequency words. We have against, goes, heavy, and kinds. And then here's our amazing words. So our amazing words are gadget, equipment, convenient, engine, pilot, steer, cellar, and furnace. So we're going to hear those words this week as we go through our stories. Okay, and then today we're going to be working with this OI-OY, both in our phonics book and in our decodable reader. Okay, but as we go through our concept video, I want you to listen for those amazing words as we go through. Okay, sorry, let's try this again. All right, here we go. So let me get it on play. All right.
How can a great idea make our lives easier?
Computers make our lives easier, and robots would too.
Great ideas develop when people such as scientists and engineers notice a problem, or just want to make something more convenient. Then they go to work inventing things. The light bulb, the telephone, and the engine are all things that have made our lives easier. Some great ideas serve other purposes. You might have a great idea about how to do chores at your house, how to make your neighborhood a safer place, or how to make sure that everyone in your school is treated fairly. These great ideas help us just as much as great inventions, and there's no limit to how many of them you can have. This week, you will learn how great ideas help us save time and energy, do things safely, and communicate better. How do you think a great idea can make our lives easier?
All right, so, sorry, make sure it doesn't fall. We are going to look, and they've given us some examples in our book. So in our book, we have some great ideas, just pictures here. So as we look through this, the first picture I see is that lead coming off of a pencil, or the shavings. So I already talked about that, how our electric sharpener makes our life a lot easier than the old ones that you have to twist in order to sharpen your pencil. So that has made our life easier. It saved us time, okay? So it's a lot easier to do. So here we have a zipper. So a zipper came after buttons. So what makes it easier or faster? Is a zipper faster or buttons faster? For sure, a zipper. So it's showing us what the zipper was invented. We have lots of more coats that have zippers and things like that instead of buttons because it makes it faster and it's easier to do. Okay, here's another one that's a ladder. So how would a ladder make our life easier? Okay, so it's going to be easier for us and more safe for us to get up onto things if we have a ladder that is going to help us do that. Okay, over here we have our escalator. So we can get on an escalator to go up or down instead of walking up or down the steps. Okay, so sometimes an escalator can make our life easier as we go up and down in different stories of levels, like in the mall or somewhere like that. In airports, they have them. Okay, so it makes it easier for people. It's easier for us to get our luggage on there if we're going in the airport to move, okay, when we're on an escalator. So escalators can make our lives easier and maybe even a little bit faster if we can get up the stairs a little bit quicker. Okay, good. So we're gonna look at our song for the week. Okay, so our song is called A Box of Gadgets. And if I back up, you can see that they do have a whole big box full of different gadgets. So they have the little timer, the sand timer. Looks like they have a ruler. Looks like they have a tape dispenser. This is a little ratchet for getting things tightened. Okay, so they have a whole box of different things in there. So our thing is called a box of gadgets. And look, he's holding a can opener, which probably make our life a lot easier. Okay, so this one says a box of gadgets. And we're going to have a couple of our amazing words in here that we're going to talk about. Okay, so it says, get the package, look inside, and then we'll spread the news that we've got lots of gadgets here, equipment we can use. Each convenient gadget is something we've all seen. Each convenient gadget is really a machine. Okay, so some of our amazing words are gadget, equipment, and convenient. So those are the three that we're seeing in our story or in our song this week. Okay, so when I'm thinking about those words, okay, here, a gadget is just a small tool. So it says a box of gadgets. So that's that gadget. So a gadget is really just a small tool that's going to help us do some sort of job. So this is a can opener. It's going to help us open a can. There are now electric can openers, or there are these still that you can still use, but it's just helping us. It's a gadget. It's a small tool that's going to help us. A screwdriver would be another example of a gadget. Okay, maybe a hammer would be a gadget. Okay, a pencil can even be a gadget because it's a tool that we're using to write with. Before they had pencils, they had to use ink and the ink pens, which were a lot harder to write with. Okay, so then the other one that we have in here is, it says, get the package, look inside, and then we'll spread the news that we've got lots of gadgets here, equipment we can use. Okay, so equipment is just simply the things that we can use, the tools that we can use, equipment. You even have equipment in gym. So like a ball in gym, a basketball would be equipment. Okay, in our classroom, an eraser could be equipment. So a lot of times people think of equipment and they think of big like tractors or big machines or things like that. And not all equipment has to be those big things that we think about. Okay, then it says each convenient gadget is something we've all seen. So convenient just simply means that it makes something easier. So it's easy to access, it's easy to use, so it's convenient. Okay, it's not something that's really hard to use. So something that's convenient is just easy to use and easy to access, where you can get to it easily. Okay, then it says each convenient gadget is really a machine. So today we're going to, we're going to listen to it first and then we'll sing along with it. My computer's being touchy right now. Not what I want to stop. Alright, sorry. I'm going to go over here and see if it will go down. There we go. Alright, so we're going to listen to our song first, and then we will sing along with it. So let's listen first.
Get the package, look inside, and then we'll spread the news that we've got lots of gadgets here, equipment we can use. Each convenient gadget is something we've all seen. Each convenient gadget is really a machine.
All right, so let's go ahead. I'm going to rewind it. Let's go ahead and sing with it this time. So up here, we're going to start.
Get the package, look inside, and then we'll spread the news that we've got lots of gadgets here, equipment we can use. Each convenient gadget is something we've all seen. Each convenient gadget is really a machine.
All right, good job. So we're talking about machines and things that have made our lives easier this week. Okay, so we're going to go through that. Now, this week we're going to be working on a new skill. So our new skill is those diphthongs, O-I-O-Y. Okay, so we see O-Y in our words and they say oi. Okay, so they have oi in them. So their example is just a picture of a boy. So we hear that oi sound when we say boy. Okay, another example would be joy. So oi. Okay, so I have that O-Y sound. The next one I have is soy. Okay, so some people put soy sauce on their rice or on their chicken and rice or things like that to kind of help with the taste. So all of these words with that O-Y have that O-Y at the end of the word. And that is where you're going to see O-Y most of the time. Okay, there are a few exceptions where I gave you an example of a couple exceptions to the rule where you're going to sometimes see O-Y in the middle of a word. Not always, not a lot, okay, but you will. So for example, we have royal, like the royal family, the people that are royal, okay? It has that O-Y, okay? So we have royal, okay? So we have that O-Y in the middle every now and then. Another place that sometimes we see O-Y in the middle is in people's names. So for example, this is a name that says Joyce. Okay, so we have Joyce as somebody's name. And O-Y can be in the middle of somebody's name sometimes, depending on how people spell their names. All right, so we are going to be working on these O-Y. Now, in most of your words this week, that O-Y is going to be at the end of words. And if we were doing a spelling test, you would see that in your spelling words. Okay, and we'll show you those here in a minute. But we have that O-Y that says oi. Okay, the other thing we have is OI, and OI also says oi. So they're both going to say oi this week. Now, OY was at the end of words. OI is going to be either in the beginning of words or the middle of words. You're not going to see OI at the end of words. Okay, so for example, over here, their picture is a picture of oil. So oil says oi in the beginning, and it has that oil. Okay, this is boil, like we might boil some water. Noise. Okay, then we have the word join, and then the last word is coin. Okay, so you can hear that oi in there. So like I said, OI is going to be beginning of words and in the middle of words. You're not going to see OI at the end of words. Okay, so it kind of helps us with our knowing which one we're using. So in the beginning, I talked a little bit about those spelling words that we're going to talk about. So if we were taking a test this week, we would be working on that OI-OY. So we have the words boil, boy, coin, join, oil, oink, like what a pig would say, point, soil, toy, and voice. So you can see that if I have OI, it's either in the middle of my words or the beginning of my words. If I have OY, all of my OY ones, which is only 2, but they all come at the end. So that OY is at the end of words, okay? So today we're going to be working on that in our books, in our decodables, and you're going to see that as we go through. So if I look at this picture on this page, so this one, and I'm going to go as close as I can. If I look in just like this first top part of this picture up here, I'm going to just find some words that have that oi sound, whether it's OI or OY. So I know it's really, really hard to tell. But here, this is going to boil. So when it boils, it gets warm and it heats up. So sometimes in the science lab, they boil things to see what happens and what kind of reactions that they have. Okay, here in our big plant box, we have soil. So soil has that OI in the middle. So soil. Okay, if I look at this row here, okay, when I look at this one, I don't remember if there was any in the middle one. I'm looking, sorry. All right, I'm not really seeing one in the middle. Maybe you do, but I don't. Okay. All right, so I'm going to go down here. So this one, I see voice. So I see like this is somebody's voice who is singing. Okay, this boy is thinking about a cowboy. So boy has that OI, cowboy has the OI at the end. Okay, so I can see that people have some different things going on in here that we are going to be looking at. Okay, so we have some OI words and OY words in our story, in our book there today. But today we're going to be looking at our decodable. Sorry. It says Royce and Joyce join in. So we're going to be looking for those diphthongs OI, OY. Okay, so again, if you have a highlighter, get your highlighter. If not, you can just be underlining with pencil. But here, right away in my title, I see Roy with the OY. I see Joyce, which was that name we talked about. And then I also see join because it has that OI with join. Okay, I'm going to just move this a little closer. There we go. Okay, so then I want to come down here and I want to highlight diphthongs, OI, OY, because those are going to be the things that we're looking for today. So let's read these words together. And you're going to notice there's a couple names with that OY in the middle, but usually OY's at the end, OI's in the beginning and in the middle. Okay, so we have Floyd, Joy, Hoy, Boy, Join, Roy, Joyce, Oils, Joints, Coils, Hoist, Voice, Choice, Toy, Boil, Noisy, Moist, Spoil, Joyful, and Soil. Okay, here at the inflected ending, we're reviewing that ES. Okay, so we have rush-es, crashes, and watches, where we have to add that ES. Okay, adding ED where we drop that final E, we have named, smiling, and races. So remember, on all of these, we have to drop that silent E before we add our ending like we did last week. And then you have your high frequency words. All right, so let's look through our book. We're going to highlight any of those words that have that diphthong OI or OY. Okay, so on the first page, it says, Floyd owns a sailboat named Pride and Joy. In the summer, Floyd sails his boat across huge Lake Hoy. So in the first sentence, I see Floyd and Joy. Okay, in the second sentence, I see Floyd and Hoy. So on that page, we have all of the OY. All right, let's look at the next page. It says, this time a boy and a girl join the sailboat's crew. Roy and Joyce will help Floyd. They are smiling, so they look kind of excited. So in the first one, I need join. Oh, I'm sorry. First, I need boy. Sorry, boy, join. Second sentence, I need Roy, Joyce, and Floyd. So I have boy, join, Roy, Joyce, and Floyd. Lloyd. I'm having a hard time saying his name. All right, turn the page. Okay, it says, Roy oils gears and joints. Joyce wraps ropes into neat coils. They help hoist the sails. So I need Roy, oils, and joints in the first sentence. Second sentence, I need Joyce and coils. And coils, I think about a snake coiling up. Okay, and then the last one is hoist in that last sentence. So Roy, oils, joints, Joyce, coils, and hoist. All right, next page. It says, the crew races quickly when Floyd talks. They have no choice. Floyd is in charge. So I need Floyd in the first sentence, choice in the second sentence. Ooh, sorry, I about just dropped it. And Floyd in the third sentence. So Floyd, choice, and Floyd. So they're racing quickly because he's in charge, telling them what to do. All right, on the next page. All right, it says, the sailboat rushes into a bad storm. It bounces like a toy boat in a bathtub. A wave boils up and crashes on the deck. All right, so in the first sentence, I don't need anything. Second sentence, I need toy. Third sentence, I need boils, and that's all. So just toy and boils. All right, next page. It says, at last, the noisy wind and rain die down. Floyd watches the sky. He says it's clearing up. So now we need noisy in the first sentence. We need Floyd in the second sentence and nothing in the last sentence. So just noisy and Floyd. All right, on our back page. It says, everything is a little moist, but a storm can't spoil this trip. Still the crew is joyful when they step on soil again. So we need moist and spoil in the first sentence. We need joyful and soil in the second sentence. So moist, spoil, joyful, and soil. So we're going to read our story together really quick, and then we will look into our book pages and move that way. So it says, Roy and Joyce join in. Now remember, you're going to read this with your parents as well after you read it with me. So it says, Floyd owns a sailboat named Pride and Joy. In the summer, Floyd sails his boat across huge Lake Hoy. This time, a boy and a girl join the sailboat's crew. Roy and Joyce will help Floyd. They are smiling. So here we know that they're on a boat in a lake. Okay, they know, right now they're at a dock, but they're going to be there. Okay, we know that Floyd is the captain or the owner of the sailboat, and that Joyce and Roy came to help. Okay, so when we're thinking about our story, what was going on? So it says, Roy oils gears and joints. Joyce wraps ropes into neat coils. They help hoist the sails. The crew races quickly when Floyd talks. They have no choice. Floyd is in charge. Okay, the sailboat rushes into a bad storm. It bounces like a toy boat in a bathtub. A wave boils up and crashes on deck. At last, the noisy wind and rain die down. Floyd watches the sky. He says it's clearing up. So when they were on their boat, they went into a bad storm and they had to help Floyd in lots of ways. Okay, here it says, everything is a little moist, but a storm can't spoil this trip. Still, the crew is joyful when they step on soil again. So although they kind of had some rough times, they still had fun and they had a good time and they thought it was fun to be out there. Okay, good. So the next thing we're going to do is we're going to work in our phonics books. So we're going to work on that O-I-O-Y, and then we're also going to work on our high frequency words. So here we're going to be on page 553. So it's going to look like this. So all we're doing is circle the words for each picture. So which one has those O-Y sounds, either with the O-Y or the O-I. Okay, so this first one is coins. So I know coins is going to be that first one because it has that O-I in there. Okay, number 2 is a picture of a boy. So I'm going to circle the boy. This one says bay. That doesn't say boy. Okay, this one, when there's a hot pot, I know whatever's inside is going to boil. So I'm going to circle boil with that O-I. Okay, you're going to finish this page. This is Joy. She's showing joy. She's excited because maybe she got a new tricycle. This is book. Don't get confused. This one is oil. This one is foil. And this one is royal, which I talked to you about in the beginning. Okay, down here you're going to pick a word to finish each sentence and write the word in the sentence. So it says, may I blank you for lunch? So may I jolly you or join you? Well, I know it's going to be join, so I'm going to just underline it and then I'm going to write join on the line. So may I join you for lunch, and it has that O-I that we're talking about. So you're going to do the same thing for 10 and 11. So you're going to do that page on your own. Finish that page up for me. Okay, if we turn the page, you're going to come to page 554. So on here it says, we push the umbrella blank the wind. So we have to figure out which word would go in there. So we push the umbrella against the wind. So one down is going to be against. So I'm going to put A-G-A-I-N-S-T. And I'm going to put it into the word search or the word part. Okay. The rain blank into our shoes. The rain what? I know it would be goes into our shoes. So on 2, I already have the G there. So I'm just going to write O-E-S. Okay, so you're going to finish the next 3 on your own. Okay, so you're going to do the next 3 on your own. All right, so we're going to look at our literary concept today. So my computer went to sleep. Give it a second. We'll go back into our books in just a minute, so don't put those too far away from you because we are going to do a page together there. So today we're going to read a story that's called Using Machines. Okay, and we're going to talk about the main idea in details. So I'm going to show you your video on main idea and details, and then we will read our story Machines and kind of talk about that as we go through. So here it's going to be saying plot, which is still the same idea. Okay, so main ideas and details. Oh, I'm sorry, I looked at the wrong one. It does say main idea and details. Okay, so we're going to watch our little video on main idea and details, and then we will go ahead and read our story Machines to go along with that.
What a beautiful little house. And look how happy that mother looks with her baby.
That's the main idea in this picture.
Main idea? What is the main idea?
It's what the story is mostly about.
Okay, so the main idea is this mom is happy because she has a new baby and a lovely house. But I'd like to know more about who lives here.
Oh, you want to know the details? Come on in.
Details? What are the details?
Details are the small pieces of information that tell more about the main idea. They help us understand the story better.
Oh, hello.
Hello, this is my family. This is my son, Justin. And that's our new baby, Philip. He's only 3 months old.
Oh, and look, you have a cat.
Oh yeah, that's Goldie.
So when I first saw your house from the outside, I saw that it was beautiful and that the mom was happy. And when I came inside, all the details you showed me helped me to better understand the main idea.
Yep, that's what details do.
No wonder you're all so happy. You have a lot to be happy about.
We sure do. Well, I better get back to helping Justin with his homework.
All right, so you saw in there that the main idea is the big idea of the story, but then the details help us figure out why she's happy, how supports that main idea. Okay, so we're going to read a story today called Using Machines. And what I want you to be thinking about, what is the main idea and what are the details that support that? Okay, so this says using machines. It says machines are a big part of our everyday lives. From the moment the alarm clock goes off in the morning until you turn off the lamp at night, you use machines. So they just talked about 2 machines in there that we were using, an alarm clock and a lamp. Okay, both of those making our lives easier. Okay, your home is filled with machines. You keep your orange juice cool in a refrigerator. Your parents cook your eggs and bacon on a stove. You might use a gadget such as a can opener to open your pet's can of food. You might toast bread in a toaster and check a clock for the time. The phone might ring and someone might turn on a television. These are all examples of how we use machines. So they just gave us a whole bunch of examples in your own home about machines that we use every day. Okay? You may ride a machine, a bicycle, to get to school. Once you get inside your classroom, you will find even more machines. Your classroom probably has a computer or even a television. Look closely at your teacher's desk. Your teacher might have a mechanical pencil or a ballpoint pen or a pair of scissors. These are machines too. People love machines, and there is a good reason for it. A washing machine makes washing clothes simpler. Talking on a phone is certainly more convenient than walking to a friend's house to talk to him or her. Turning on a lamp is easier than lighting a candle. Machines are used because they make our lives better. So when I think about this story, okay, the main idea in this story is what the article is mostly about. The details are small pieces of information that tell the main idea. Okay, so from the title, or from my story, okay, I think that this selection is going to be about people use machines to make their lives easier or simpler. Okay, so some of the things that it talked about was the things in our house. Those were giving us examples like the refrigerator or the stove or the alarm clock. Okay, the things at school were our computers, our television, my scissors, okay, a pen that I use. Okay, so all of these things are supporting that main idea of basically that machines make our lives easier as I look through our story. Okay, so today we're going to look back in our books and we're going to just be on the very next page, on page 555. And here it says, circle the sentence that tells what the story is all about. Draw a picture of what the story is about. Okay, so this one, it says, the ground felt soft. Sorry. Okay, so the ground felt soft under my feet. The trees were tall and green. The air was warm. I like hiking in the forest. So what is the main idea of that story? Well, the main idea of that story is, and I'm just going to underline it, I liked hiking in the forest. Now that's the main idea, but what were the details? The details was everything before of telling us why they liked hiking in the forest. So the ground felt soft under his feet, the trees were tall and green, and the air was warm. So over here we need to draw a picture of the main idea of the story. So the main idea is just hiking in the forest. So I would come over here, obviously, and draw a pretty big, thick forest with lots of trees, lots of things in here. Okay, and then I could show maybe there's this path down here, possibly, that I am walking on, and I'm just going to do stick figures really quick. Okay, so here's me kind of hiking in that forest. Okay, and I'm going to show that this is not really like a sidewalk. It's more just kind of like a path of things. Okay, and there's going to be plants and vegetation and all sorts of things here. But I'm just going to kind of show that. I just did a really, really quick picture. You guys do what you want. Okay, down here, same idea. Read the title of the story. Circle a detail that might be in the story. Draw a picture of that detail. So this time we're working on the detail. So it says, title, the party. It says, Jen and Fran sang happy birthday. Jen and Fran have bikes. Jen and Fran like school. Okay, so here, if it says the idea is the party, okay, what would be something that was happening at a party? So what would be happening at a party? Jen and Fran saying happy birthday, Jen and Fran have bikes, or Jen and Fran like school? Well, if there's a party, I know that probably it's going to be Jen and Fran saying happy birthday. Okay, so they're singing happy birthday over here. So maybe you draw a picture of a birthday cake. Here's my candles. Okay, and then here is somebody singing, and I'm just going to make little notes that shows, yep, they're singing. Okay, so they're singing happy birthday, and maybe I have another person over here singing as well. Okay, so here are my music notes again that's showing that they're singing happy birthday, and I just did a really quick, easy picture. Okay, so we're going to be talking about that a little bit this week with detail, main idea in detail. Okay, all right. Well, I hope you guys have a good day. If you've already watched math, then I'll see you tomorrow. If you haven't watched math, then I'll see you in math. But have a good day, and we'll talk to you later. All right. Oh, sorry, really quick, just so you remember, you need to finish up page 553 with that O-I-O-Y. Okay, and you need to finish up that last page 554. And then remember, I want your parents to turn those in to me. Okay? All right, have a good day, and we'll talk to you later.